If you're gearing up to apply for a mortgage, there are a few things that you should steer clear of. And today I'll be highlighting some of the things that you should avoid before applying for that mortgage. Stick around because these tips can make a significant difference in your mortgage journey. Now guys, before we get into the detail of today's video, if you enjoy the content on this channel, then to show your support, consider using DM Mortgages to arrange your next mortgage or remortgage. And to do that, you need to head over to our website, which is dm.mortgage, and there you can book an appointment with a member of our mortgage advice team. Now, of course, as well, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any future video uploads. So I'm going to get straight into this, guys, and give you the first tip. Something to avoid is gambling and or excessive spending. Now, let's talk about the impact of it when you apply for a mortgage, because lenders, when you apply, will scrutinise your financial habits. Of course, when you apply for a mortgage, you will need to provide bank statements in many cases. And if a lender sees that you are regularly gambling or extravagant spending, it can raise red flags. Why? Well, because it suggests that you lack financial stability and it raises concerns about your ability to manage your mortgage repayments. So before you apply for that mortgage, keep those bets and splurges in check. Now, I also want to just explain that lenders on the flip side of that also don't expect you to not spend any money at all. Sometimes people can take this point to the extreme. You can still go out, you can still eat out, you can still buy clothes, even leading up to applying for your mortgage. But the point is just make sure that it's responsible spending. So by responsible spending, what I mean by that is that you're keeping it within your means. You know, you're not going into unauthorized overdrafts, for example. And, you know, like I say, you can still treat yourself, but just make sure that it doesn't look like you are going beyond your means. And to add to that point, excessive gambling, or in fact any gambling, that can be problematic with lenders because, of course, that shows that financially you may lack some discipline. And again, that could impact on your ability to make those mortgage repayments. So I would say it's one to avoid. As a viewer of this channel, I assume that you're considering purchasing a property in the near future. So it's important for you to know that DM Mortgages are an award-winning team of fully qualified mortgage brokers that provide advice to clients all over the UK. Now, we spend countless hours making free content for YouTube and other social media platforms to help to give you guys sound and useful information to make sure that you're in the best position to make informed decisions. To support this channel, when the time comes for you to consider your mortgage options, we want you to book a free online mortgage appointment with a member of our fully qualified mortgage advice team. Because without your help and support, keeping this channel going simply isn't possible. Now, we search thousands of mortgage products from high street and specialist lenders to find the right deal for your circumstances. And we also provide a free will writing service to every DM client. So head over to dm.mortgage and book in for a free mortgage appointment when the time comes. And also make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you find the content useful. But for now, let's get back to the video. Now, next on the list, this one's a common one actually, guys, is taking out unnecessary credit commitments. Now, I appreciate it might be tempting to sign up for a store credit card or make a big purchase on credit before you apply for a mortgage, but it's something that you should be cautious of, because opening new lines of credit can impact your credit score, because often it will include a hard credit search. And it can affect your debt to income ratio, which can, of course, affect your mortgage eligibility and affordability. So in most cases, obviously depending on individual circumstances, it can just be a good idea to avoid unnecessary credit commitments in the months leading up to your mortgage application. Because like I say, your credit score and potentially future mortgage rates will appreciate it. Now, again, guys, this isn't a hard and fast rule. There are some instances where taking out credit can be okay, but again, it's just probably not worth the risk when you are looking to apply for a mortgage. Now, the next thing to avoid is overlooking your credit report. Now, Before you apply for a mortgage, it's really crucial to review your credit report. Make sure that there are no errors or discrepancies, because mistakes on your credit report can have a significant impact, not just on your credit score, but subsequently how you get accepted or if you get accepted for a mortgage. So by checking your credit report well in advance, it gives you time to rectify any inaccuracies and make sure that your credit file is in top shape, because a clean and accurate credit report can be a real powerful tool in making sure that you've got the best mortgage rates and the best terms. Now, I would advise that if you are looking to check your credit report or credit file, head over to Check My File. I'm going to put the link in the description. Use that link, because Check My File is a really great tool, as it doesn't just look at one credit reference agency. It combines 3 of the largest credit reference agencies and tells you what your history looks like amongst those 3 agencies. Because again, a point to mention is that each agency can have different information recorded on you. So head over to Check My File, links in the description. Now, the last point that I'm going to raise is transitioning to self-employment or a fixed term contract from stable employment. Now, this one's one that we do see fairly often in actual fact, guys. And I appreciate that, to advance your career, you may want to do that. It may be right for you. However, it can impact on your mortgage eligibility. So it's something to be mindful of, because lenders, the reality is they often prefer to see stable and regular income. And self-employment, usually you're going to need a longer track record and additional documentation. So if you're self-employed, lenders at best are going to want a minimum of 1 year's self-employment history. Whereas with a permanent role, you may not even need to be in the job at all. Some lenders will take a future dated contract. So of course, if you are transitioning from an employed position to self-employed, it's okay. You can get a mortgage, but you're going to have to wait at least a year to do that. And even when you've waited that year, the pool of lenders that will accept 1 year's accounts is very limited. Most lenders will want 2 years accounts, some even 3. So the point being, before making this transition, and I will also point out the same goes for fixed term contracts, majority of lenders will want to see 12 months history of you as a fixed term contractor before considering you for a mortgage. So the point here is that before you make this transition, consult with us to understand how this change may affect your mortgage application. Because again, it is on an individual case by case basis, but planning ahead and making sure that you've got a clear strategy can help you to navigate that transition without necessarily jeopardizing your mortgage prospects. So guys, avoiding these pitfalls should set you on the right track for a successful mortgage application. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. And to show your support for the channel, head over to dm.mortgage to book a free mortgage appointment with our fully qualified mortgage advice team. And until next time, happy house hunting.